the most expensive tool. It was announced across the whole wide world with a sound like dry thunder that Asmodeus, the great collector of shadows and sorrows, was quitting his job. Even stranger, he was selling off all his tools at a special, one-day-only discount. The news traveled to every mind. Soon, a curious crowd gathered in a dim, cavernous space, part auction house, part dusty bazaar. Most of the attendees were shadowy figures themselves, but a few, like Elpis, a woman with keen, clear eyes, came simply to watch. Asmodeus stood beside a long, cluttered table. "Friends, foes, and collectors," he boomed. "These are the instruments of my trade. Each one sharp, effective, and guaranteed to cause trouble." He gestured to a pile of glinting metal objects. The tools were dazzling. There was the gleaming spike of pride, the jagged hook of anger, and the poisoned blade of envy. All the vices were there, newly sharpened and ready for mischief, marked with surprisingly low prices. But Elpis's gaze drifted past the sharp, glittering array to a single, forgotten object tucked in the corner. It was a dull, tarnished metal wedge, old and worn down, looking as though it had been used 1,000 times. Next to it, the price tag was enormous. Elpis stepped closer, squinting at the worn metal. "Excuse me, great seller," she called out, her voice clear. "What is this antique? It looks like a piece of rust next to all your fine, new instruments." Asmodeus turned, a mysterious, secretive grin spreading across his face. He picked up the worn tool gently, holding it like a priceless gem. "This, dear watcher, is despair," he whispered, his voice losing its boom. "And it is the most valuable thing I own." "Why?" Elpis pressed. "It is so old. It doesn't gleam like vanity or pierce like avarice. Why is this worn-out thing so expensive, and why do you handle it with such care?" Asmodeus sighed, running a finger over the tool's pitted surface. "Because this is my true masterpiece," he confessed. "Whenever my other tools, pride, anger, and envy, fail to break a human heart, only despair can penetrate. Once it works, I can do whatever I want with them." He looked at Elpis, his eyes ancient and weary. "It is so old because I have had to use it on nearly every single soul that has walked the earth." Elpis understood then. We should never, ever let that tool work on us. Guard our hope